Year's Eve is supposed to be a night of celebration, fireworks, laughter, and fresh beginnings. But for some, the celebration never ends. In fact, for 3 unlucky souls, it turned into a nightmare they'll never forget. Poor. Stay with me, because once the clock strikes midnight, things get very, very real. It was New Year's Eve. My friend left town and asked me to watch his dog, a quiet husky mix named Bailey, while he parted. I didn't think much of it until someone unexpected rang the doorbell. Around 9 p.m., a woman stood there, hoodie pulled low, jacket in hand, claiming to be his girlfriend, here to retrieve something from his room. She walked right in without hesitation. I texted Alex asking about her, but his answer was chilling. Who? I don't have a girlfriend. My stomach dropped. The woman had access to his house and even walked into his bedroom. Later that night, after she came back once more, there was a knock at the door. No bell, no ring, just silence. Then tapping. Someone whispered his name. I thought it was a prank, until I heard multiple footsteps and the doorknob twisting. I had to act fast. With no other choice, I claimed the cops were already on the way. Finally, they walked away. But here's the scarier part. They didn't come to steal anything. They came with something else entirely. This couple had just rung in the new year and returned to their apartment on the top floor. It was late, past 2 a.m., and the place was eerily quiet. But then they saw her. A woman, disheveled and silent, wandering the hallway. Her hair was wild, her dress torn, no shoes, and her movements were strange, more unnatural than drunk. At first, they thought she was just lost, but then she reached their neighbor's door and began peering through peepholes, humming something between a growl and a chant. When they tried to help, she reacted in a way that sent cold fear down their spine. Her laugh wasn't normal, it grew deeper, darker, like something inhuman. Then she turned her gaze toward their door, full of intent, and began pounding on it like it was her last hope. When she fell, her eyes reflected something not quite human, black and unreadable. They finally escaped down the stairwell, hearts pounding, unsure if she was following. Then she vanished. To this day, they still wonder, was she lost? Or what you, Idi, waiting for someone to open that door? At a sleepy house party, the energy had dwindled by 3 a.m. Only 3 friends stayed behind, and suddenly they noticed a strange creaking noise. At first it seemed like a normal sound, maybe old house settling. But when they followed it, it was coming from the basement. Drunk and curious, one of them sat in an old rocking chair downstairs and instantly realized the sound was identical to what they'd just heard upstairs. That wasn't the worst part, because nobody was in the basement. They searched every corner. Nothing, no living soul, just that eerie chair rocking ever so slightly, steadily. By itself, they bolted back upstairs, slammed the door, and never looked back. New Year's Eve is the symbol of new beginnings. But for some, it's a night that never truly ends. A night that continues to haunt their memories, and sometimes their dreams. Before you go, tell us in the comments which story scared you the most, and why. And if you want more true horror stories that chill your blood and crack your spine, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell, because the next story might hit closer than you think.